I Dream of Indie.
Hello, Forest Fairies. It's Silent Signs from I Dream of Indie, and today we are taking a look at puzzle platformer Hoa. Hua! The game opens up on a tiny little forest sprite on an adorable little leaf boat as you float up to a mysterious island. There you are greeted by folks that clearly knew you at some point, and you kind of have to piece the story together on your own. Gameplay is very straightforward puzzle platforming mechanics. You are simply navigating this character around the screen. Much of the platforming is based on jumping, though you do gain new abilities along the way. The platforming is strictly based on precision and puzzle solving. There's no actual combat, and nothing in this world can actually harm you. The closest you're going to get to action is a tiny little robot trying to kick you away from a particular place, and you can jump on his head to reach higher platforms, but that's about as action-packed as Hoa gets. I'd say on the action versus cozy spectrum, this is far closer to a cozy game. As far as the actual level designs go, you have a map which indicates where pieces of an insignia can be lit up. You need to light up the insignia to awaken one of these creatures, usually insect-based. You also need to collect a certain amount of butterflies to provide them to gain a new ability. There's a pretty good variety to the environments that you're going to explore. The game in total will probably take you about 3 hours. That's what it took me. Puzzle solving is not particularly challenging here. And that's really all there is to it. There's no bosses, there's no real enemies that can harm you. You're just collecting butterflies and gaining new abilities as you journey through this world. I'd say, as far as difficulty, this game is on the easy side. That is, until it wasn't. I feel like Hoa really just kind of ruined my experience at the end of the game. Let me just say, without spoiling too much, there is a cutscene that should have been platforming, and they kind of change up the controls, which really was not to my taste. Still, overall, it's a pleasant experience. It's a very relaxing and beautiful game to look at. The hand-painted aesthetic of Hoa is absolutely breathtaking. It truly feels as though you're playing a painting at times. I love the nature theme as well. Big fan of the forest, so anytime a game is set in the forest, I feel like I am in my element. The other creatures that you encounter are also varied and absolutely adorable. I love the little bugs. The ladybugs are so cute as they flitter away. You get lightning bugs. You get these giant, old, wise forest spirits. And all of this is paired with a gorgeous piano-based soundtrack. You get everything from these sparse piano pieces to full-bodied orchestrated compositions. They're absolutely the highlight of this game, if you ask me. There's no voice acting, but it's really not necessary. The story is not overly complex and really isn't the main focus of Hoa. Despite missing the mark at the end, if you are a fan of platforming and just in general beautiful visuals and soundtrack, this game is certainly one to check out. I would say I don't see a whole lot of reasons to go back in and play Hoa again. I feel like this is more of a one-time experience. Even just doing my single playthrough, I got 17 out of 18 achievements. With all that in mind, Hoa is a pleasant experience. It is a cozy platformer. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just not something I would run back to. So if you're okay with a 3-hour experience and then just kind of moving on, I think that's where you would have to make the decision as to whether to purchase this game. So will you be jumping into Hoa? Let me know in the comments down below. Before I go, I just want to thank our indie warriors, Mitchell Hall, Bunny, Kevilo, Bill Tikaz, Christian Cruz, Strict9, Chris Jackson, Nathan Moore, Peach, Adriana Amato, CJR, Falco Lombardi, C Coil, Skepticism, Jen Rose, Jesse, CPM, Julian Colbus, and JRS8. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for watching this video. If you haven't already, don't forget you can subscribe down below so you don't miss any of our reviews or previews. Check out the description box as well for some other ways to support the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.